Imagine that you want to go from point A to point B. Point A is your current financial situation and point B is financial freedom. Would you walk there? Would you take a bike? Or would you take a car? The answer is pretty clear. We would want to get there as soon as possible, but most people choose to take the slow way to financial success. In this video, we will learn how to reach our financial goals much faster. This will be a breakdown of the book Millionaire Fastlane by MJ Demarco, where he shows us how he went from a 26-year-old living in his mother's basement to a millionaire at the age of 31. First, we must understand the difference between what he calls the sidewalk, the slow lane, and the fast lane of making money. To do this, let's build a character for each category. Those traveling on the sidewalk path to wealth are one step away from being broke, regardless of how much money they actually make. They tend to spend as much money as they make and there is no actual financial plan. They are one unexpected circumstance from financial disaster, which makes it easier to blame circumstances over their financial troubles. The sidewalk's formula for wealth is income plus debt equals wealth. For most people on the sidewalk, wealth means having the nice things, the car, the clothes, the gadgets, taking the vacations, and enjoying the best things life has to offer, even if it means using debt to buy those things and paying them off as they go. For the most part, people on the sidewalk have little to no savings and no plans for retirement. Most of their nice things are financed and they fully depend on their income provided by their jobs. Those on the sidewalk are unlikely to build true wealth since their perception of wealth is tied to material things and consumer behavior. The sidewalk has little to do with money and more to do with mindset. There are many people on the sidewalk who have a large income, yet struggle financially due to their spending behaviors and lack of planning. As MJ Demarco says, beliefs become actions and actions lead to results. If our beliefs about money reflect the sidewalk mentality, it is likely that we will not build wealth. Some might stay trapped on the sidewalk for a lifetime, while others realize that this perception of wealth isn't working and begin searching for a better way to achieve wealth, which may lead many to the slow lane. A person in the slow lane has a slightly better financial plan than a person in the sidewalk. The typical slow lane is generally represented by the professional worker. This person focuses on developing a career and will typically get an education in order to land a better paying job. Debt is still part of the slow lane life, but there is typically a plan to pay it off. A person in the slow lane might have a good savings account or an emergency fund in case of unexpected emergencies. A person in the slow lane uses traditional wisdom to build wealth. They work, live below their means, and invest in financial assets. The slow lane formula for wealth is salary plus market investments equals wealth. A person in the slow lane is more educated regarding money management and focuses on building their wealth by using financial assets. They understand the power of compounded growth and they will likely become millionaires, although it will take decades to get there. Compounded growth is a powerful tool and can create massive returns, but it relies on one of the assets we cannot get back: time. A person in the fast lane to wealth focuses on maximizing earnings with the intent of skipping the first 20 to 30 years of wealth creation and jumping in where the real fun starts. Unlike the slow lane or the sidewalk, where income is controlled by a boss and their assets are controlled by unpredictable market forces, the fast lane focuses on having full control and leverage over their income and assets. Instead of settling for a financially safe life, people in the fast lane decide on the lifestyle they want and work to achieve it no matter how unachievable it might sound to others. Just like in the slow lane, those in the fast lane also live below their means, but with the intention of expanding their means to continue growing their lifestyle. The wealth formula for someone in the fast lane is net profit plus asset valuation equals wealth. The ultimate goal of someone in the fast lane is to create passive cash flow for life, and in this way creating a lifestyle with abundance of two of life's most necessary assets: money and time. A person in the fast lane focuses on building wealth much faster than the average person, with the goal of enjoying both the extra time and money while they're still young, and continue to develop their wealth into their older years. There are countless examples of regular people taking the fast lane and creating wealth. A guy who started selling rocks as pets and sold 5 million of them in 6 months, making him a multi-millionaire. Or the guy who created a camera for the front door of a house and sold the company for $1 billion 5 years later. Or the person who started sharing videos online and made millions on advertising deals a few short years later. As we can see from these examples, taking the fast lane is quite possible and can help create wealth at a much faster rate than conventional methods. How the slow lane and fast lane get wealthy. Those in the slow lane begin investing part of their income in market investments such as retirement accounts, stocks, or mutual funds. This is where they use compounding growth to build their wealth, although it might take a few decades to get there. For example, let's say that a person in the slow lane begins investing 10% of their $60,000 yearly income. This means they will have to invest $6,000 per year or $500 per month. Let's also assume an 8% annual return compounded over time, which is the market average. In 10 years, they will have just under $87,000. In 20 years, they will have over $274,000. In 30 years, they will have almost $680,000. And by year 45, they will have a little over $2.3 million. This sounds great, but notice how 70% of the wealth was built in the last 15 years. The first 30 years only made 30% of the total amount. The age we start investing will decide how much we will have by the time we retire. If they start investing later in life, they either have to retire late or focus on living more frugally in their working years in order to put more money into their retirement fund every month. Now, in the book, MJ Demarco emphasizes that compounding growth is powerful, but is only part of the plan, not the whole plan like most people in the slow lane believe. A person in the fast lane focuses on having full control over their money. Let's go back to their wealth equation. Net profits plus asset valuation equals wealth. This whole equation focuses on accelerating wealth. Net profits simply means the number of units sold times profit per unit. For example, if you're able to sell 1,000 units with a profit of $1,000 per unit, you will earn $1 million. There are countless ways the math works here. 10,000 units at $100 profit or 100 units at $10,000 profit, they both give you $1 million. The point here is that income in this lane can be controlled. We can hire people to sell more products. We can use automation systems to streamline our sales process. We can use advertisements to bring more traffic to our store and sell more. The different components that make money in a business can be calibrated and improved to make more money. Now, asset valuation. Usually this means the value of your entire business. Most people in the fast lane do not trade time for money. They trade time to build a business system that produces money, which is an asset on its own. Many other businesses are happy to pay top dollar for an effective and efficient business system to incorporate into their business. It is not uncommon for a business to sell for 5 times or more their annual revenue. Now, here are a couple of ways that one can profit from asset valuation. Number 1, sell the company to another business or investor. This way, you walk away from the business with a good amount of money, ready to retire. Or 2, take the company public and sell your company's shares in the stock market. This way, you're able to sell a portion of your company to the public and still keep some ownership in the company. Some companies in the stock market sell for 10 times or more of their company's annual revenue. Compounded growth is a huge asset for those in the fast lane. Since wealth is built at a much faster rate in the fast lane, it is possible to skip the first 20 or 30 years of compounding the average slow lane person would have to go through. Imagine that a person in the fast lane takes 5 years to build and sell a business for $2 million, which is not uncommon. This will essentially allow this person to skip the first 45 years of compounding that our slow lane friend had to wait in order to get to the same point. Okay, but how do you build a fast lane business? Well, in the book, MJ Demarco has a few rules that might help you build your very own fast lane business. Number 1, control. We must be in control of our business. For example, someone starting an affiliate marketing business violates this rule because they are not in control of the product or even the profit made per product sold. The one who owns the product controls the product and the commissions they're willing to give. Number 2, entry. If it's easy to get in, everyone will try to get in. We've all seen business trends promising how easy it is to make money in a specific business. And those who start realize that because it is easy to get started, everyone is doing it, creating massive competition for the entrepreneur. Number 3, need. A good question to ask when we start a business is, what problem am I solving? Are there people actually looking for a solution to this problem? Not everything that we're passionate about can be a great business. A good business needs demand for a solution to a problem. If there is no demand, there is no business. Number 4, time. In order to build a Fastlane business, this business must allow us to walk away from it and continue to produce income. If not, we have created a job instead of a valuable asset. By creating a business system that works without you, you are able to either walk away while it produces recurring cash flow or sell this system to someone who is willing to pay a good price for it. And number 5, scale. In business, scale means the ability to increase revenue faster than expenses. In other words, building a system that allows us to sell a large amount of product at any given time. Let me know your thoughts on this book. And if there's a book you'd like us to cover next, let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.